Back in the day, I spent a lot of time playing Minecraft on a totally legal, cracked version of the game with a friend. We usually created adventure maps, which we would then let the other person play. One of the maps my friend created was his attempt at making a server. Now, I don't know when exactly this map was created, but judging by the other worlds created in that time period, which do have a timestamp on them, it was most likely built in July of 2013, making it 10 years old. Right now, we are in the spawn area, and as you can see, the server had 3 simple rules. Griefing isn't allowed, do not harass other players, and do not kill innocent players. Now, my friend and I actually didn't speak English that well, so the reason why the signs are in English is because back in 2017, I refurbished the map a little. One of the main things I did was convert some of the signs into English. You can recognize if a sign was converted by me if it has these borders. To the left of the rules, we have a set spawn point plate. And right next to that, we have a trapdoor leading to the VIP lounge. But we will take a look at that later. So moving on from that, we have the owner's office. Pretty standard looking office. But if you go behind his chair, we have something called a spleef portal, which takes us to a spectating area above every spleef arena. Looking up from the spleef portal, there's a hidden passage, which leads to a room full of command blocks. Here, we can change a couple of game rules and the time of day. Going back out and leaving the spawn room, we have the main hub. Going to the door next to the spawn room, we have a bank, or more so a room full of ender chests with a news board to the right. My friend and I made these news boards to let the other person know what is new in our maps without directly telling them. At the top we have bugs have been fixed, started the build of a new project, public properties have been updated, and update completed. And at the bottom we have me proposing myself as the new admin who's responsible for maintenance. Not sure why single player world needed maintenance, but I digress. On October 31st, 2016, I also updated the landscape a bit. And almost a year after that, on the 9th of August 2017, I left a sign saying hello past me, nice to see you here. Oh, how ironic. Going out of the bank and heading to the right, we have the tool shop. I have to mention that most of the infrastructure on the server was based on trust, since there's nothing stopping someone from just stealing everything. Also, server points stand for emeralds. Right here we can buy a VIP tick that lasts 1 month. With this, we would have nifty benefits such as being able to enter the VIP lounge, win more at games, and getting a daily gift. Now, 2 out of those 3 features were never implemented, and I'm not sure what he meant with win more at games, but what we can do is head to the VIP lounge. Going inside we have a clock, some free food, a lounge, and some brewing stats. And over here we have some anvils, an excessive amount of crafting tables, and a couple of furnaces. Heading back out and going left of the tool shop, we have the food shop. Nothing special. I do not know why these signs have emojis, and apparently 4 steaks or 20 cookies are worth as much as a notch apple. Though, to my friend's credit, this was at a time when they were still craftable. Going outside and up the ladder we have this little courtyard, which I really like aesthetically. At the end we find an iron door which leads to spleef. Oh, hello past me. Guess I didn't like translating this bit. The signs say, in spleef you have to push other players off the platform by destroying the blocks beneath them. Going to arena selection, we can choose between 3 arenas: Nether, Leaf and Miners. Each round has 4 players, with a piston marking the slots that have already been taken. Going into the arena, you are given a tool for free. Of note is that the give item commands are all broken, since back then they required a numeric item ID, which were removed in 1.8. I presume that the reward of victory was that you got to keep whatever tool you were given at the start. Which puts quite a heavy contrast on the reward aspect, since Nether and Miner arenas give you diamond tools, while the Leaf arena just gives you shears. The Leaf arena also has a much lower death pit, which I presume was done to prevent stuff from catching on fire. And the Miner arena has uneven lava and some ender chests for some reason. Going to the other side of the hub we have 2 jump maps. Now, these aren't really difficult and take you like 20 seconds each. When you reach the end you get teleported back outside and are rewarded with some emeralds. Now, if the give item commands would actually work, then I would receive 5 emeralds here. Second one is sort of Christmas themed, but even easier, with the reward being once again 5 emeralds. Going up the ladder next to the jump maps we have another courtyard, which leads to quote-unquote vanilla. Once again, past me really didn't like translating this. To put it simple, each player gets their own property, you're not allowed to build beyond the boundaries of your property, you're not allowed to kill other players unless they are on your property, and you're not allowed to enter other people's properties. Though I'm pretty sure you were allowed to if they gave you permission. Taking the teleporter, which by the way takes you one block too much to the left, you are greeted with a sign saying welcome. Please grab a sign and choose your property. The pressure plate that follows would give you a sign. Going down we can see my old property with some of my stuff still in the chest. Up the slope we have my friend's property, which features a bit of terraforming and a mini hut. Back here we have properties 5, 3 and 4, though all unused since we never invited anyone else to play these worlds. Back to the main hub, we turn around and travel down the bridge. We get welcome to the fun park, which feature jump maps, as if we didn't have those already, and some other games. Though, before we go into the fun park, there are 2 Easter eggs I would like to cover. One is at the top of the towers. There's a sign saying Magst du Bratwurst, which is a reference to Iblali, a German YouTuber we watched a lot back in the day. And the second one is by going beneath the bridge. A friend left a message saying, "Hi guys, it's my server, so have fun." Going up the steps and to the left, we have a pathway leading down to something called Fortress Fight, but we will get back to that later. First, let's focus on the jump maps, which are modeled after blocks. We have an enchantment table, a chest and a furnace. Quick summary, the chest is the hardest, followed by the enchantment table, and the furnace being by far the easiest. However, payout wise, it's quite a different story, since the enchantment table gives you 8, furnace gives you 6, but the chest, which is the hardest, only gives you 5. Of note is that the enchantment table has 2 pressure plates at the end. The one at the front gives you payment, while the one at the back teleports you back. Now, I can't be the only one seeing a couple of issues with this design. Mainly, like, someone can just spam the reward plate for infinite money, or if someone doesn't know which plate is which and steps onto the teleport plate first, they get no reward at all. Moving on from those jump maps, we have Crater Fight, which puts you into a crater featuring a lava pit. How exciting. I'm just gonna assume the other person's stuff is the reward for winning, though I'm not 100% sure on that. Going further down the path, we have Survival, which takes you to a glass arena with nothing of note except a platform and a cave, which I guess my friend forgot to close up, though it does lead to diamonds and some lava, so who knows. Anyways, the main attraction here is the platform. Since going to the top, you can see that its purpose is to use spawn eggs and droppers to spawn monsters into the arena. This redstone contraption right here was used to rapidly trigger a redstone signal, though it doesn't work anymore. Going further down the path, we can see some of the terraforming I did back in 2016, and the final jump map, an ender chest. Difficulty wise, it's almost as easy as the furnace, and even gives you the same amount of emeralds. Going further along the path, we have the nether mine, which immediately puts you inside a room with a nether portal and a pickaxe shop. Though I would like to know why iron and diamond pickaxes cost only 10 and 12 emeralds here, when they costed 12 and 25 in the tool shop back in spawn. Anyways, going into the nether mine, there's a sign warning us about a lava seed that's located right beneath the spawn. I'm guessing the glass was used to indicate the borders of the mine. Going back to the overworld and following the path, we have another portal leading to Fortress Fight. And like the name implies, it takes you to another fortress that you are supposed to fight other players in, I guess? There's not really a lot going on here. And finally, we have reached our last destination, the Miner's Hut, which for some reason has even lower prices for iron and diamond pickaxes. Going down the stream, we have a ravine, except it only features clean stone since this was before andesite, diorite or granite were added. And with that, we have reached the end of our little tour. Let me know if you want to see some of my other old worlds in the comments, and I'll be seeing you next time.